Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to CWL Fort Worth. It is time to get into our games for the day, and of course, we are going to be covering the Game Fuel Open Bracket. My name is Bryce, and joining me here for this one is Ton. Now, Ton, we've seen 187 teams jump into the Open Bracket. Now, only 2 remain.
And 2 of definitely the best teams that we've seen throughout the course of the Open Bracket. FC Black going up against Mindfreak. As you can see on your screens, FC Black have beaten Mindfreak 3-0 in the winners bracket final. A convincing win out of them, and Mindfreak have battled back to find themselves up and against FaZe Clan Black once again.
They certainly have. Will it be sweet revenge for Mindfreak, or will the new blood of FC Black come to their first main CWL event and take away the crown?
You know, I mean, we talked about it so much yesterday when Mindfreak were going up against Cyclone. Mindfreak have that experience. The Australians have been on this main stage before. They've had a taste of this. You look at the FC Black team, though, not necessarily the case. It's a bunch of new kids on the block. Guys like Celium, we've seen him at the PLQ. Guys like Sim, this is his first major event and finds himself in a final. So these guys, the pressure is on to see if they can handle the pressure. Mindfreak need to step up their game from what we've seen in the winners bracket final, though. It was a poor performance against this FaZe Clan team. If they can bring the level that we've seen against Cyclone in the losers final last night, then I do believe we've got a good game in our hands. Yeah, that's the key to this one as well. If you missed yesterday's game, FC Black pretty much dominated Mindfreak after the first hardpoint. Now, a lot of questions were asked. Was that due to Mindfreak having a little bit of a collapse mentally, just completely letting go of the game? And if so, what's different about today? Yeah, I absolutely think that was the case. The hardpoint, if you guys didn't see it, you know, Mindfreak had over a 100-point lead at one point, and we're cruising through the hardpoint on frequency, and FaZe Clan Black just came screaming back into the game, mostly due to Celium. You know, for me, he has been sensational for this team all weekend long. We got a little taster of what he could do at the PLQ, and he really has proven that he belongs at the top. And really, though, it was a really tough loss for Mindfreak to take in those last 2 maps in that winners bracket final that we've seen. Really just, it was amplified the fact that we've seen Mindfreak struggle in that first map, and it just seemed like the heads went in it, and the search and destroy and the control was so easy for FaZe Clan Black. So we're looking for Mindfreak to have a good start. If they do get a good start, I do believe we definitely will see 2 best out of 5s, but absolutely, as the guys who came from the winners bracket, you favor FaZe Clan Black in this matchup. They've already 3-0 Mindfreak, and they'll take a lot of confidence away from that. Yeah, and we were actually walking back, and we saw the Mindfreak guys last night on the way back to the hotel, and they were discussing what happened in their last game of the day against Cyclone GG. And to be honest with you, they were a little bit concerned about some of the plays they were making in that S&D. Yeah, and rightfully so, and we are going to see frequency hardpoint again. That was the map that we seen where FC Black did have that comeback. Arsenal control was very FC Black favored as well last time around. That was the map number 3 where they smoked Mindfreak 3-0 on control. So a good map pool for FC Black. They'll be happy enough with that. Yeah, they certainly will, and that's the key thing here, the mental game between these two. FC Black, we already see them on stage. They look so confident because they've already beaten this team 3-0, and it became a little bit too easy for them. So the real question is, what Mindfreak is turning up today? Yeah, you know, you look at this team and you look at the experience that they have. Fighter and Shox are those guys that these youngsters are going to be leaning on. We've seen Luca already this year. He has that experience. But Swifty and Setzi, you know, these guys haven't necessarily had this top-level competition for as long as the other guys on this team. So hopefully they can bring that composure into this final. But FC Black now, they are the team to try and get back. But this is how Mindfreak found their way to the grand final. And this is where it went a little bit wrong for them. Now, they were originally winning this 5-1, and then they started to let it slip. We were getting worried because Cyclone GG were starting to get their specialists up, and there were misplays coming in from Mindfreak. It wasn't easy for them in any stretch of the imagination. I mean, this was the big play out of Setzi, right? He stays alive down this left corner. He finds 2. Sorry, this was Swifty who finds 2 in the corner. Eventually, Panda was the one who got the first kill, but things did get very nervous from Mindfreak, and they are a team who, I mean, let's be honest, we were talking to them last night and they were panicking. They said themselves they were starting to really get worried as time did go on. It was an interesting game, but Mindfreak really did step things up in the end. They got it done, but not necessarily in the fashion that they would have necessarily liked. Yeah, and this is where it started to went wrong, right? Like, we talked about Mindfreak needed to start locking this game down because of the amount of specialists they had invested. And as you can see at the top there, Cyclone GG still do have things available. And now, obviously, this is going to go to 5-4. Swifty is going to be basically run down here at this point. And we were worried. This is the bit where we were like, oh my goodness, Mindfreak could be in serious trouble. Yeah, and ultimately though, you've got to say they did get the job done through adversity, but I want to see that they're not going to be afforded these mistakes against FaZe Clan Black and Search and Destroy. Not even remotely. We've seen how strong they look in S&D themselves, and you know, Cyclone, yes, they got back into the game, but we've seen a couple of wastes from them in all honesty as well. And
this was everything.
Yeah, this was it. This was the two-piece that really set it up. Sets again, that second kill was massive, and that's really what set things going in this final round. Mindfreak take it 6-4, and ultimately though, Cyclone, we want to see maybe them come back again. We can see them maybe potentially in Anaheim, in London, where they can potentially do some more work.
Just to reiterate everything that kind of happened there, Setsi wasted his grab slam, didn't hit anybody, and Nade ended up being thrown into the room by Cyclone GG, but it went just far enough that Setsi in the corner didn't get hit. No hit marker. Caused Cyclone GG to push in. Setsi obviously behind now both of these two players, managed to pick up the two-piece, and that was the collapse of Cyclone GG.
Mindfreak ultimately getting it done. Some annoyance maybe from Fighter as they eventually did close things out, but he's been great for them all weekend. Really has been consistent throughout every single series for the most part. And if he can bring that again, you know, he's a guy that we talked about so much for Mindfreak. He has the experience, but he has talent as well. If he can bring both of these things to this Mindfreak team, you feel good for them in this game against FC Black.
Yeah, I think so. For me, I know, Ton, you've been kind of supporting Mindfreak all weekend long, saying that you think they're going to end up winning this, but you can't look past facts and figures, and FC Black did already beat this team once in a comfortable fashion. I've been kind of backing FC Black ever since Team Sween took a swan dive in the losers bracket.
Yeah, I just think that after we've seen this first series between Mindfreak and FC Black, that it was one of these ones where if Mindfreak win that first map, if they close it out like they should have done, it's a completely different series, I feel. So I think if they can get this first map, get a win under their belt, they'll feel a lot better going into a potential 2-series grand final.
Yeah, but on the other hand of that, if Mindfreak lose this first map, do you see another collapse coming in?
Potentially. You know, they've got a big road to get back into this game. They, of course, do need to win 2 best out of 5s to find themselves as the Game Fuel Open Bracket winners, but FaZe Clan Black, I think if I look at them and look at their strength, it's absolutely S&D. If you're Mindfreak, you need to be pretty much flawless in these respawn game times. If you're not, I do worry for them a little bit. I really do, and they need to come out the gate top. I need to see a first map win on Hardpoint. If I don't see that, I'm very concerned for Mindfreak.
Well, here's one of the main things, right? The winner of this walks away with 15,000, which is no small amount of money, but not only that, some of these players, you take, you know, FC Black, coming in here with something to prove. They want to make it into the Pro League. Some of these players are looking to further their career.
And you got guys like Simp on FC Black. You look at United's performance this weekend, top 16 finish for them. He's knocking on the door. He has to be knocking on the door. They will be paying close attention to this game.
Well, he's actually already made more money than United this weekend.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wouldn't say much. I think we made more money than United this weekend.
But it's something to bear in mind here, you know. I know the fans of United are kind of scrabbling they want to see a winning United. Well, you've got a player right here that could potentially already be a winner.
It's his first major. It's his first major. We knew he had talent. We knew he had the potential. And he's come in and he's shown it. Look, I don't think he's been the best player on this team. I think from a pure skill and slaying standpoint, Celium has been fantastic. But Simp, when it comes to S&D, he is a player with a high IQ. This whole team are as well. And they really do know what they're doing. These veterans of Mindfreak, can they go up against these young guns of FaZe Black and get back into this series? They're going to need to do it in a double best out of 5 winning fashion. FC Black are not going to make it easy though.
Yeah, on the other hand though, Mindfreak, they're obviously trying to kind of redeem themselves. A lot of people would have liked to have seen them in the Pro League, themselves of course as well. But they made a roster change. They said they believe this is the best Australian team they could possibly make. And of course, we are going to find out just how true that is as we head into the first map.
You think about Arsenal, you think about the rotations, you think about these close quarters gun battles. The SMGs of FC Black have been so good all weekend long. A guy I want to give a shout out to is Asim. He has been great for this team. A long time FaZe Clan Black member. He's been since Vegas, if I'm right, and he's been in and around with these guys like Find Numbers of Gravities before. So this team do have experience playing together. They are getting better and better. They are the sort of player which will just continue to get better. We haven't seen too much of them in the CWL so far, but they really want to go to cement their place here in history as the winners of the first Game Fuel Open Bracket.
They do, and right now it will be Mindfreak that get that first control and that first hold as they win the initial slaying battles here on Arsenal.
Now I'm going to set up nicely here. Have the not necessarily the side of preferred side. You know, you want to be spawning on the other side for going into the second hill, but they've done very well to break on through. And it's quite hard to get back in here. FaZe Clan Black not necessarily feeling that pressure. Swifty now trying to get some kills in if he can, and Celium's going to help out his teammate Asim, and they will take him down. For all the fact that Mindfreak had the initial break, FaZe Clan Black coming back fast.
Big plays there from Celium to try to bring his team back into this one, but name of the game, it's time to rotate. Let's see what's going on down by Crane. Asim is already here. You can see a player outside. He's going to own that gunfight, even with that big warning logo in the way.
Fair play to him. Right in the middle of his screen, he will take that all day. Good rotation by FaZe Clan Black. They got this locked down really nicely. Number 9 Phantom sitting on top. Gravity on the left-hand side. Boxes with the ICR, but this is a good push from Mindfreak. They need somebody to be watching elbow here. Celium in trouble. And he does get pushed, and we can see this aggressive push coming now. This is really well played by Celium. Covers that off from the inside and then pushes forward and puts pressure on. Really good from FaZe Clan Black to set up very nicely for another 30 seconds here. They're slaying out where they need to as well. Luca does find one. Well, the initial few engagements, FaZe Clan Black looking solid here this moment.
They are, and this is just a complete lockdown. It's pretty much textbook in the way they are playing it. Now you can actually see Mindfreak say, yeah, we've had enough of being killed over and over again. Maybe we should go somewhere else. And the rotation is now about to come in.
Phantom's on a 6 streak as well, so keep an eye on that on the way around. I think he was only 40 points up. He will continue to pick up points in the Hardpoint as well. He'll be very, very close as he finds himself going over towards the third hill. This is a fantastic start for FaZe Clan Black. And honestly, last time that we've seen these two go up against each other, Mindfreak had a stupidly quick start. But it has really been FaZe Clan Black here. Phantom's still working on streaks, now does have his lightning. We'll call that in, and we know if you're going to call streaks in, this is a fantastic hill to do it. There's definitely going to cause some problems. Just about getting away from it. Phantoms does find 2, though, as well as his teammate, and will continue the streak. He does go down, though. 10 and 2 out of him, though. A really good start.
Mindfreak still spawning at the back. Going to try and break this one now. 34 seconds left on the hill. And you can see already they've got control of lobby. It's all coming on the Phantom. Phantom is going to be in a position to get the full streaks, but they are going to lose a little bit of control. Fortunately, though, Celium is in the arena, and he is just gunning people at the moment.
FaZe Clan Black looking really hot, coming out of things super quickly. Celium's just hitting ridiculous amounts of shots. Simp really doesn't need to do anything when Cell and Phantoms are going off like this. It makes things so difficult. Asim is 1 and 7, but look at the score. It doesn't really matter if he's just picking up spawns for his team. If he's baiting for his team, getting engagements in their direction, then that's fine. You don't need to necessarily be making big kills around the map. Looking at Mindfreak, though, we need somebody like Luca to maybe step things up, find plenty of engagements for Luca. We need to see more from him. We know he can be the catalyst for this Mindfreak team. As we do rotate it over towards P3, it is Mindfreak in control.
Right, well, let's see if Mindfreak can get control of cannons and hold it down. Not had the greatest of games ever since that first middle hill, and now incoming Hellstorm. Not actually going to see it, but he's going to just wait it out. And it hasn't really done an awful lot of work for him. They've got Luca with it.
And what I want to see more is that if they're going to call that in, I need to see some more FaZe Clan Black members in and around that hardpoint. They need to be in a position where they can push through window when everybody from Mindfreak has to drop back into there, because the Hellstorm coming in. But here we go, the kills do eventually come in. 15 seconds remaining. This scrap should go over to FaZe Clan Black and will. A rotation round towards the lobby will belong to them as well. Look at where Mindfreak are spawning right now, all the way at the back, holding their kill cams as well. They wanted to spawn at the back there. It's not happening for them, though. Simp blocks that up. Really well played by FaZe Clan Black. Asim finds another as well, and lobby is under full control from the FaZe Clan team.
Yeah, but now Mindfreak are actually a little way away. They're going to have to try and make this through the front. And it looks like Shox may try and get a little bit of a flank going on here, but he's going to go through vents, but it's not working for his team, as FaZe Clan Black are quite happy to go toe-to-toe with every single member of Mindfreak.
Celium is frying right now. I'm quite surprised he didn't win that gunfight against Shox there in the end, but he's been so good all weekend long. 16 and 8 out of him. Attack 5 already coming in for FaZe Clan Black. They want to extend this lead where they can. Gravity. Swift punch to the face of Swifty. What can Sexy do to try and break things down here? Does find 2. Can he find the 3rd as well? Big plays out of Sexy, the new member of Mindfreak, setting things up here. 18 seconds to play for the Australians. They'll put them in close contention. And they're the ones with the rotation round towards P1 once again. If they can get a few kills here, they can get back into this game.
And that's exactly what we want to do. Luca trying to hold this one down. Celium has given him a few bullets, but he has numbers with him. And now Mindfreak are looking to bring this deficit back down to manageable levels. And Shox gets another kill as well. And Mindfreak now looking like they are in control.
This is where we've seen them pick up the majority of their points last time around. Trying to hold down middle here. We can see FaZe Clan Black maybe trying to set up. They have somebody in and around window. They're waiting for the push through lobby side. Celium is going to find 2, and Gravity He's thinking about the push. Setsy's well aware of what's going on. That's a big gunfight win from Gravity, though. The rest of the team now going to push through. They have to keep an eye on window, but everybody else coming through the front door. Here comes the grab slam from Asim. Finds one. The break comes in. FaZe Clan Black, perfect break from them.
And now keep an eye on the top of your screen because we are now getting into specialist territory. They are going to start becoming more and more prevalent. You already see right now Selim is fighting for this rotation, desperately staying alive. They had it last time around, but now no more as that war machine has come into play. Swifty picking up 2.
Attack 5 out of Mindfreak as well, investing quite a lot to try and get these spawns. A nice line setup, you know, they've got control of Top Gun, they've got the control of the spawns as well, they're winning the gunfights. Who's at elbow though? You need to make sure you're watching this, and we've got Swifty with the war machine. Pushing through, does have a flak jacket on this inside. Phantoms. Selim is going to skate behind though. Going to be cleaned up by Fighter. We like the push round from behind, but Mindfreak, this is a fantastic setup. They've really come back into this game since they got control of Lobby off the back of that 3-piece out of Setsy, but FaZe Clan Black now trying to get in. Luca has popped his Tempest. Let's see what he can do with it.
It's another specialist coming in from Mindfreak. They are really burning an awful lot onto this one hill, and still, here come FC Black, refusing to lay it down. And bearing in mind what time they broke into this hill, meaning that it won't be too much for Mindfreak actually gaining on that one. About 30 seconds with 3 specialist burn.
Exactly, 3 specialist burn for 30 seconds is not necessarily a worthwhile investment. Yes, 30 seconds in Hardpoint is a decent amount of time, but you spread these specialists out, you need to see more from them there. We did see FC Black use one of theirs though, if I'm correctly, no, halfway to it. Actually, Gravity didn't use it. So FC Black only lose 30 seconds, don't use any of their own, so they'll take that. They still have the lead. They have more specialists to play with. It's their game to lose, you feel.
Now, Sim in a very important location here, trying to hit the flank. Is he going to be able to do anything? Fighter though is in cover. Does mean it, and Setzy uses his grab slam as well. Mindfreak burning through everything but the vision pulse in an effort to get this game back into even keel. Asim looking to try and break this from the back. He's waiting for his teammates. It's very important the next few moves he makes, whether or not they can break this quickly.
Simp is going to get that first kill onto Setsy. The rest of the teammates of FaZe Clan Black coming through the front door. Swifty does answer back with one, as does Shocks. And Swifty finds another. Phantoms, though, does find the kill. Thinking about the war machine to come out here, but only 15 seconds to play with. FaZe Clan Black will be happy enough to get every single point, soak them all up. Mindfreak, though, they really do need the scrap, and they're going to send 2 guys to challenge for it. It is going to be Shocks waiting back there. He's on a 4-string as well. Here comes the vision pulse from FaZe Clan Black. Phantoms calls it in. They're just trying to lock down this side where they can, and Luca doing his best, and he stays alive for so long. That's going to be a great break from Mindfreak, and they should be able to get back into this game if they can clear the rest of FaZe Clan Black out. Here come the streaks. Actually, that's the war machine coming in front of Simp, and he's found himself, and that's it. A waste of a specialist from FaZe Clan Black and Mindfreak. They're about to tie this up.
Mindfreak done so much work to bring this game back, and now they take the lead. FaZe Clan Black reeling under the pressure from the Australians. They just keep getting these rotations and locking them down for a significant amount of time. Here come FaZe Clan Black though. Here's the push, the big push, but it's going to be rejected. Mindfreak making all of the kills, and Shocks is only a few seconds away. He needs to just stay in the hardpoint actually and get the 4 ticks. You get 5 per second, doesn't matter. He's going for it anyway. Just do whatever you want as he gets all of his streaks going forward, and now Mindfreak are within striking distance of winning this game.
Mindfreak have been sensational over the last 2 hills. They hold down nearly every single point. And FaZe Clan Black, they burn everything to try and get it back, and they have nothing to show for it. They do lock down the rotation, but they have teammates spawning all the way out. Hellstorm coming in. That's going to force them away as well. Luca finds 2. Fighter finds another at the back. Mindfreak in the ascendancy. This should be their game.
Mindfreak have turned up to play this morning, and there's going to be very, very little FC Black can do. They can't go through the front. There's a lightning strike. They can't go through the back. It's too far away. Only 10 seconds left to go. They have to win every single gunfight, and unfortunately, that doesn't happen as the kill feed goes blue, and Mindfreak win the hardpoint.
Fantastic performance, and it was a bad start from the Australians, but really, when they locked it down, they just didn't let FaZe Clan Black in. It comes down to the fact that FaZe Clan Black as well, when you moved over towards P4 in that second rotation, they burned everything to try and get that back, and they got nothing from it.
Yeah, all right, well, we're going to jump over to Bravo very quickly and have a little look at the Marshall brothers throwing down Scraps versus Waskins. Red versus Reciprocity.
Oh, I'm so nervous for this game. We are in Search and Destroy now, so first map is over. We'll get an update on that one. I'm sure you guys would have been paying attention to the Bravo stream as well, though, but Red Reserve, historically, never really lose to European teams, so really interested to see which way this one goes. I'm keeping a small eye on it. Bryce, we're a big fan of the Marshall twins, so we're keeping an eye on this game.
Hey, who isn't a big fan of them?
Very good point, to be honest. Yeah, very good point.
All right, let's find out. We go into the first round here, and if right now Red Reserve have the advantage. Waskins and Tommies, can they pull out a little bit of a miracle here? Looks like they're trying to get out of it. That bomb is down, so Tommy's still challenging. Waskins may end up flanking, but time is against them.
Yeah, this is difficult. They're trying to get the bomb back here. Left on a bit of an island and trying to push on through. Red Reserve looking good for this first round, but do they know Waskin is in it behind the major? Set things up here for the team. Scraps is going to take down Tommy though now. A 1 versus 2, tactical 1 versus 3 for Waskin. He's going to take some bullets. Not enough time to do anything here. Maybe just try and work on some streaks if he can. Oh, Nelly finds his brother. Ego challenging that one. I don't think either one of the Marshall twins wanted to back out of that gunfight.
That kind of mental trickery coming into this game, playing against a twin. It's always going to be an interesting kind of mental game between the two of you.
I wonder if they like know where they're going around the map and stuff.
if one goes down, does the other feel it?
Maybe.
Well, we'll find out. We are getting an update on actually what the series score is right now. At the top it says 0-0, but we're in second map, so somebody must have won the Hardpoint. And we'll find out. And of course, we will be going back to our other game, Mindfreak versus FC Black, as soon as that is ready to go. But for now, jumping on board with Red Reserve on the attack. And now you can see Scraps just peeking in around Shower. So many players all layered up. This is going to get dangerous for them already. Joe is had to back off. Scraps in the first blood on Waskin. So can he make this kill as well? No, ends up going down. Backs off as well. And now it's getting a little bit fast and furious. And Red decide they've had enough. They're like, you know what? We've got 1 kill. We're out of here. Here comes the wrap. Reciprocity, though, know exactly what's happening. And
Reciprocity actually take map number 1. There's the update coming in. I just checked on Twitter as well, and it sounds like it was a big performance out of, you guessed it, Dylan at COD. Once again, just being a thorn in the side of so many teams this weekend. This guy, you know, I said last night on Twitter after they beat Gen G, this guy's the future, and a lot of people were saying he might well be the present, to be honest with you.
All right, Joe looking to try and stay alive here. Reciprocity have cut down the numbers of Red Reserve. Raider, though, managed to roll a nade all the way into Zed. 3 versus 3. But Red need to get this bomb down. It looks like it might be going down now. Now they just have to defend. Stun coming in. Bance is in trouble. Dylan trying to get these kills go down as well, and it's just not happening for them. They're desperately trying to find these Red Reserve players who keep dancing in and around that back Showers. But now Red Reserve find them instead. And it's Dylan all alone in a 1 versus 3. And down he goes.
Bance eventually coming through. Really good haul by Red Reserve there. They get the bomb down. They stay alive, which is one of the most important things you can do in Search and Destroy. Staying alive. You don't get to respawn. Bance here with the best play, taking down Dylan, and just about in the end, 10 HP to his name, but you feel as if the teammates may have just cleaned that one up.
Yeah, pretty much. And Red Reserve seem to know exactly what they need to do to continue this. But you got to remember, these two probably scrim each other a lot as well.
Yeah, so local to each other as well. Don't need to worry about the West Coast, East Coast thing. You know, they're very close in Vegas. Even had lands against each other. You know, you see them hanging out as well. They're not far. You know, all these guys are really good friends. So they know each other's games. I have no doubt. Bance is going to find Shoney though. Dylan finds a kill into Joe as Tommy does take down Bance with the sniper as well. And Red Reserve maybe in the lead here. Now 3 versus 3. If they can take the Search and Destroy, it would be a big victory for them. I know Reciprocity are a solid S&D team. Losing the Hardpoint though, Red Reserve, not necessarily something you would have predicted, but Reciprocity really on a roll in this tournament and have a really good chance to be placed in top 4 here.
Yeah, Tommy, they're actually seeing the information, knowing that Red Reserve rotated out. So he's probably called out to his teammate. He said, you know what, let's see if we can get this one down. Here comes Red Reserve back. They're waiting. They're ready. But are they going to call this one correctly? And that timing there, Waskin's just not able to see.
Tommy should see them though. He's going into the middle. Shots are going to go in. Waskin should pinch as Tommy moves on back, and Red Reserve, they're hunting for Tommy. And you know, if he makes that gunfight, if he finds that kill, then it's very doable for Reciprocity. But the kills come in Red Reserve's favor. That's going to be 3-0. We're going to go over now to Charlie. It is going to be 100 Thieves against Enigma 6. 100 Thieves up 1-0 in the series at 2-1 in the Search and Destroy.
Here we go. Can they get this one down? This already comes into a 1 versus 2. It is going to be China versus Octane and Slasher. Octane's seen him now. That's exactly what you don't want in this scenario. Bomb is going to go down. Now, can he challenge? Trying to get in there, and instantly Octane just shreds him.
Octane getting the kill, and he's been on fire this weekend long. The pickup of Chino of E6, though, has really found themselves in a good spot. Nobody really predicted them to get this far. And the winner of this game will finish top 4. 100 Thieves have battled all the way through the losers bracket to this point as well, so you've got to feel they're going to have some momentum behind them. I'm thinking Thieves, if I'm honest. I really am. They're looking good in this series, and a lot of people had their name on their lips for winning this event. Optic now out as well. We've got a very, very good chance, but there's still a few teams who are trying to lay claim to that title today.
Oh, most certainly, and it doesn't get any easier the further you go in the bracket. But we are going to jump back on board with Enigma 6, who are going to try and shut down the 100 Thieves. Momentum currently building. Trying to flash it. You're actually going to see a War Machine has been pulled out. Automatically goes down as well. Now Frosty trying to do something here, but 100 Thieves again, completely shutting down Enigma 6. It's all Thieves all the time.
And they're just looking so good. Yeah, I mean, if you cast your mind back to what they looked like at the beginning of the PLQ, how much they were struggling, this could not be more of a different team now. Potentially, our winners here at CWL Fort Worth, they will be a lot of people's favorites. However, there's a small task of LG, Splice still in here as well, Red Reserve and Reciprocity on the other side of the losers bracket as well.
Oh, there's no easy game.
Oh, no easy games.
You don't get to win a game and go, oh, we can pretty much make it now against the rest of these teams. Every single one, you're pretty much cast out on their chances.
I think 100 Thieves will look at the other games, though. They've already lost to Red Reserve this weekend. Enigma 6 already beaten Red Reserve and Reciprocity this weekend themselves, though. So both these teams will maybe feel differently about it if they do in this game. Enigma 6 will have that confidence. 100 Thieves, no doubt, will be confident if they go up against Red, who, as said, they've already lost to. But there probably will be that slight doubt in their minds, knowing that Red Reserve know their weaknesses.
Well, right now, big push coming on from 100 Thieves. They have managed to get control as well as Priester takes down General. That means it's a bad position for Enigma 6. They have to come in. Diabolic tries to get those numbers down, tries to bring it back in the realm of possibility. But the worst part about this bomb side is you can't really even get anywhere near it until you control both sides.
Yeah, it's super hard. He's going to need to win a gunfight against 2 of the best ARs in Call of Duty history. Slasher, Octane up there, putting down the ICR fire. It's going to make things so difficult. Octane can do it, even with the Stripe. Nelly finds a second. Slasher finds one. 2 versus 1 now. Diabolic left all alone, not in a bad spot. Slasher cuts it down. 100 Thieves looking fantastic here in Search and Destroy.
They're doing
take
very, very well.
2-0 lead here, and honestly, I'm struggling to think of who are actually going to be able to stop them.
Well, next round, probably either Red or Reciprocity, let's be honest. Red have already stopped them once, as you mentioned earlier, but we'll see. We've got to get there first time. Like, we've got a control to go. We've still got the rest of the S&D. Anything could happen. It is Call of Duty, and let's face it, at Fort Worth, a lot has already happened we weren't expecting.
I'm thinking Thieves by 1 million, to be honest with you. Oh, we out?
All right, well, we're about to go back to a different game. I believe we'll come back in with Reciprocity and Red Reserve. Reciprocity not doing too well on this session. Destroy! Don't peek Tommy. Don't you do it. Joe throwing a little bit of shoulders there and decides to get out of it. Tommy still gives him a bullet in the back for his trouble. And now Red Reserve are going to have to rethink. They know it's all shut down now here at B. What is their next move?
I mean, 5-0 down as well, though. We've seen plenty of comebacks. We did see them come back from 5-2 down against Genji to find themselves in this position. So, not out of the question for Reciprocity to get back into these games. It would take a few mistakes from Red Reserve to find themselves there, though. Dylan is going to take down Joe. They're looking good to get on the board here. Scraps finds Wiscombe. Rayton finds Dylan as well. So 3 versus 3. Scraps finds another. Just running a train through the middle of the showers eventually, though. They are going to find a couple of kills, and Rayton now left all alone. In a 1 versus 2, going to get caught out by Tommy. Stays alive.
Oh, he wants it. He wants it. Unfortunately, in a 1 versus 2, you can't hit both players, but they can both hit you. They end up going down, and that means Reciprocity do finally get a point onto the board. Scraps. I'm trying to figure out the amount of times, when we came into this game earlier, I think we saw Scraps kill Wuskins twice. That's the 3rd time right there.
He'll be counting as well.
Yeah.
He'll be counting, absolutely no doubt. This Reciprocity lineup, though, exceeded expectations to get this far. That Dylan switch for Dens, you know, a lot of people felt sorry for Dens in that matchup. They thought themselves, you know, it seems a bit harsh on the Australian that came over and joined this UK lineup, but Dylan has been a revelation for Reciprocity this weekend.
Yeah, but you know what? Tommy in the S&D at the moment is really doing it for Reciprocity, but the problem being is that he is going against Scraps and Radiant, who not only have streaks between them, but also an impressive 19 kills.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Tommy now looking to find something with a War Machine. The trophy system gets in his way. Vance finds worse skin. Tommy, that doesn't help you. You're not supposed to direct impact your teammates, especially your new ones. Doesn't make him feel really welcome to the rec pack if you're firing a grenade launcher into his back, but Zero finds Tommy. Shawnee left in a 1 versus 3. Streaks available for the team as well, and you have to basically go against the RAF here, Shawnee, to get out of that one. Red Reserve take map number 2. I
appreciate that from Shawnee. He was trying to dodge lightning strikes that didn't know where they were coming in, so just try to get it out and get out of the way. But now 1-1, Reciprocity versus Red Reserve. And that we will catch up on that game in just a little while. But of course, now back to our main feature here. It is going to be FC Black versus Mindfreak. The Australians have, of course, taken the lead first of all.
Yeah, but now we're going into the Search and Destroy. This is FC Black's bread and butter. Gridlock, for me, you know, you think about what sort of map it is for Search and Destroy. You've either got one bomb site, which is fast and frantic. You're moving to showers. It's about SMG trades. Those Maddox is finding shots where they can. But you look over towards the other bomb site, and it's a completely different story. You think ICRs, you think Control. What are FC Black going to do? Because we see in that Hardpoint, things started fantastically for them, but you see a team there already still feeling pretty confident, to be honest, but they will be disappointed with that first map loss.
Just play your own game. Just be super confident. You've made it this far, doing exactly what you need to do. Continue playing your exact same game. Do not change a thing.
100%. 100%. I think, as I said, we know how good the Search and Destroy is. They know if they can just steal one of the respawns, they feel themselves in a Search and Destroy. But let's see how they do. FaZe Clan Black looking to get back into the series. Mindfreak now 1-0 up here in the Game Fuel Open Bracket Final. We'll see you for map number 2 after this break.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL. Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the CWL. Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL. And Jack in the Box, the official restaurant of the CWL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Fort Worth. We are, of course, here live on the main stage with the Game Fuel Open Bracket Grand Final. It's Mindfreak versus FaZe Clan Black. Right now, we are going into S&D on Gridlock.
Just to remind you, Mindfreak are coming from the losers side of the bracket. They need to win 2 best out of 5s to take the Game Fuel Open Bracket Championship here at Fort Worth. A lot still to do. A lot of games left to win. Trying to get back at it in this Search and Destroy, though, we absolutely favor FaZe Clan Black.
Well, that's working out quite well for us so far as they get the first 2 kills on this S&D. Swifty trying to make a little bit of work go down, but that is another kill now for FaZe Clan Black. And Swifty does have a sniper rifle, but unfortunately, even if he makes a pick, he may be run down.
Fighter's going to find one. Shot onto a second as well, but Gravity will find the kill. And you know, you look at this FaZe Clan Black lineup, you're talking about Asim, Simps, Celium, guys who are young and they have been in this scene for a long time, but this is the first year we're really seeing them compete. They've only just turned to an age where they can do it. They really have made waves, and they will continue to do so. These guys can only get better, and now they find themselves here in the Open Bracket Finals, and they'll be wanting to move over to the pro side. That's what they want to do. They're trying to put themselves in the shop window here, and they're doing a good job at doing that.
Is there any better advertisement than saying, hey, I'm better than your 5th?
It would be a good way to do it. It would be a good way to do it. You know, people like Simp is already United sub.
Yeah.
I mean, that is...
I totally believe he'll be a sub next Rostermania.
He will definitely be on this FaZe Clan Black roster come London.
All right, well, right now, let's see if Mindfreak can bring it back in the Search and Destroy, because they are just down by 1 round. And you can see on the attack here, FaZe Clan Black looking maybe to do a little bit of a bait and switch. They went into Showers and Dojo, but turned it back off. But Swifty shuts him down and gets out with his life. Oh my goodness, did he get it? He did. And that is going to be great news for Mindfreak, because now they have control and they are forcing FaZe Clan Black to rethink all of their strategies here. Where are they going to go?
Trades in their favor. Good work by Mindfreak there. Luca did a fantastic job just to come and clean that up. Now 4 versus 3, and it's a rotation over towards A for FaZe Clan Black. Are they going to have a chance to plant this? So I don't think they are. Setsi coming in around behind. The pinch is already set up. And if you're Setsi, if you're Fighter, you just try and stay alive here. They find one, they should be able to find the second as well. Fighter takes him down. Asim now left all alone at 1 versus 2. Suddenly Shocks takes down Luca. Fighter finds 3 in that round up. The Mindfreak veteran doing business in round number 2. That's 1 apiece now.
Let's see if it's going to continue. Now, please bear in mind, if Mindfreak win this, they do have to play another best of 5. It will not be over.
There's so much Call of Duty played. There's so much for them to bring this back. FaZe Clan just essentially need to win 3 maps out of the next 10, and they'll be looking good. Well, of course, not 3 maps in total. They need to win 3 maps in the next 5, or 3 maps of the next 5. I knew what I meant.
You've ruined it.
I ruined it.
Did ruin it. All right, let's jump on to the attack, though. And it is going to be Mindfreak looking to see if they can search and destroy this one out. Simp, though, in a good position, waiting for his backup. It's a heavy stack from both teams here nowadays. Are they going to be able to push it?
And it comes down to who gets the first kill here. Fighter and Setsi doing their best, but what can Simp do? Not a lot. Finds 1 before being cut down. Now 4 versus 2, and Mindfreak showing what they have in the Search and Destroy here. And as we see this performance, it further makes me feel like after that first map yesterday against FaZe Clan Black, Mindfreak's heads just weren't in it after what happened. They were 100 points up. They were 10 points away from winning for such a long time. I think it was 3 different hills. And you just think that that's maybe hurt them so much in that series. Right now, though, they are cooking.
Mindfreak still going, and this is exactly what they need. They basically want to hit this as a 3-0, because they know they've got to play a whole another series. You don't want to have to try and long this out and try to make sure you keep winning over and over and over again. If they're going to do the double best of 5, you need to just absolutely dominate.
Yeah, if you want to win a double best out of 5, a 3-0 really would help things. The longer things go on, the less you have to work with vetoes as well. You know, the more maps that you show that you're good at, the less likely you are to get them in the second series of best out of 5. You keep it to a 3-0, you really do feel like Mindfreak could do it. 2-1 up here in the Search and Destroy. And if they take this, I feel like FaZe Clan Black's head will be down. They know that Search and Destroy is their strongest game type. Fighter is going to find Celium. We're seeing FMJ use down this side so much, and he's really putting it to good use for this ICR. Simp does find a kill on the Setzi. Luca now pushing forward, but there's so much pressure. Fighter finding himself some streaks as well. Shox is just not losing gunfights. Mindfreak in the ascendancy here on the Search and Destroy, and they are wiping FaZe Clan off the face of the map right now.
Full streaks for Fighter now, and I think he's either 8-1 or 9-1.
I think that's 2 rounds in a row with 3 different kills, and he's having a great series here. He's had a great tournament, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a bad game out of him yet.
Oh, he's their best player.
I'd say so. You know, honestly, I really would have thought it would be Luca, but Fighter has really stepped up to the plate here. I mean, last year a lot of people talked about Shox, who has been consistent in this game, but Fighter for me has been outstanding for this Mindfreak team with that ICR in his hands. Fully streaked out, will have a Hellstorm and a Lightning Strike available. 3-1 up now, Mindfreak, and this next round's a big one. If FaZe Clan Black can get one back, they're within touching distance, but a 3-round deficit with streaks on the other team, you don't feel like that's attainable. Fighter finds another one. He's just doing it with every weapon right now. Luca finding Phantoms. 5v3 for Mindfreak.
And again, Mindfreak looking just to dominate here like FC Black did to them yesterday. Asim, though, manages to get a kill back against Fighter. And they're trying to get away with this bomb planted. Swifty holding. And you need a player up here, really, because you don't want to give up the full bomb site. You can already see 2 of Mindfreak have had to go and cover the flank. They aren't sure exactly where FaZe Clan Black will push from.
Where Swifty was such a good spot because you have to really expose yourself to the other teammates to try and find him there, but he will move down and will get taken down. Here come FaZe Clan Black. Celium finds a kill on the sets. He finds a second as well. Can he find a third? Luca finds 2. Can he find another? Simp comes in and wins the trades, and could that be the fire that reignites FaZe Clan Black in this Search and Destroy? Celium finding 2. Luca answers back with 2 of his own, but ultimately comes down to Simp trading out that final fight. Here we go again. Celium finds the first. Luca finds the seam, finds the second as well. Such great awareness from Celium. And Simp just snaps onto Luca with 22 life remaining and gets the defuse. FaZe Clan back into this.
Big play from them there. Coming back, bomb planted, numerical disadvantage. Still managed to get the work done. And you are right, maybe that's the turnaround. Maybe that's the fire they need to stop this Mindfreak team destroying them on Search and Destroy. Much better kind of scoreline there for them. Rather than 4-1, it's now 3-2. But of course, now FaZe Clan Black give there a chance to attack and move forward. I think one of the big kills there was the fact that Fighter went down, because he has been doing so much work for Mindfreak. And when he was first one out, well, they lost the round.
Push towards it from FaZe Clan Black here. The bomb is now going down. Can they hold this? So the streaks from Fighter could potentially be influential. We know there's plenty of holes in the roof in and around showers and that air bomb site. Asim put it's seemingly a full clip in it. Luca before he goes down. Fighter does trade that out against Phantoms though, 4v4.
Now, here we go. This is the push. Mindfreak have got the pinch. Can they do enough here as they try to get in? Shox is going to go down. Asim gets one. Fighter gets another. And now it's on its way. Swifty gets another one as well. Mindfreak are trying to flood in here. Now it's a 1 versus 2. It's Celium. And he's trying to get out of dodge. He knows the guy's going to challenge him as well. And down he goes. And Mindfreak will now take this one and get the defuse. Mindfreak with the classic pinch from both sides.
Just sheer brute force as well. A big shout out to Fighter again. He gets a kill, but the length of time he stays alive, they're concentrating on him so much because they know they've got him one shot. And that allows the rest of the team to sweep in and find the kills where they need to. Mindfreak answer back perfectly after a good round out of FaZe Clan Black. They will slow them down. Swifty here with the best play, and really comes down to having that pistol. We talked about the strike most of the weekend. Yes, you'd probably prefer to have a SOG in your hands, but this thing does damage. Swifty proving that here. 22 health remaining, but finds the kill, and I'm sure his teammate would have if he did not. Mindfreak now 4-2 up in the Search and Destroy here.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the strike a little bit this weekend, right?
Yeah.
It is actually quite viable as your secondary weapon. Obviously, it's not going to be as effective in those close quarter battles, trying to spray around corners, get the slide, and so on and so forth. But in a very close but not sliding gunfight, you have a good chance if you could get that trigger finger working.
Shots coming in from Fighter. FMJ being used as well, just trying to find what they can. Simp is going to find Setzi though. Can they find a second kill? It'll be so important. Simp, can he find a third? It seems cuts them down, but it's a 3v2 for FC Black, and that's the first time we see what Simp can do in this series. 3 kills inside of showers with that SOG. Could that be the catalyst for FaZe Clan Black to come back 3v2 in their favor? Fighter still has tricks though. He's keeping them in the back pocket here. Mindfreak absolutely still with the advantage. If Seam doesn't cut down Simp there, he's working on some of his own as well.
Honestly, Simp was dancing on him. I thought he was going to float at one point. But here we go. This is where it needs to be careful. Face Clan back can just stay as a 3 because they need to make sure this trade goes in their way. Phantom, did he see a player? He's now going to see a player. He's going to be calling this one out. Tries to get out of dodge. He's not able to now. 2 versus 1. It's all on Fighter. Can he do the magic again? So many rounds going down here, but the problem being is he might run out of time. He has to challenge, and that is the worst scenario to be in.
Roles reversed here. If he's defending, and then it's maybe not the worst in the world, but right now he has to push on through. Phantoms is going to come in and finish him off. Face Clan Black looking a lot better in this search and destroy, Brycey.
They certainly are managing to get through, but again, that was one of these ones where Fighter just had a terrible position. He couldn't do an awful lot when you're in that small room. Problem being, you just can see them throw shoulders. They're just going to continue to do it, and this is going to be Sim's kills. Picks up one and just keeps dancing out, like, just wins gunfights. He shouldn't be winning after just challenging and challenging and challenging. Fortunately, his teammate killed him, or the probably round would have been over a lot quicker.
Great stuff out of the former E-United cadet, now their sub. Don't feel like with performances like that he will be the sub for much longer, to be honest with you. A great search and destroy game on him, and he could be molded into a fantastic player with the right guidance, and what potential better guidance than Clayster and JCap on the E-United full squad. That's definitely something that potentially could be happening. But maybe it's a little bit presumptuous. Either way, here we go, Luca now. Trying to see what he can do. Fighter going to call in the Hellstorm though, and fortunately for FaZe Clan Black, everybody's outside. They're going to have to force their way into Broken. 4v3 now in Mindfreak's favor. FC Black, this would be a big round. If Mindfreak can find themselves 1 round away, you fancy them to take the S&D.
Well, they're playing this very, very cautious now. Lost a little bit of information, but now they found one. Looking for him, gonna get ASIM. ASIM goes down, and now it's all about Mindfreak. Mindfreak should have this locked. And let's see what they can do. They have bombed down. I mean, FC Black, this is almost a no-win scenario for them. If they can bring it back to a 2 versus 3, maybe they can do something. But
just look at all the specialists that Mindfreak have, though. They've got so much in their back pocket that they could potentially rely on here. Just waiting for the push coming in. Simp is going to find Shocks, though, and he knows there's potentially a sniper. And here finds Fighter. He is going to go down to Swifty. 2v1 now. Phantoms, if he found that kill, potentially could get something going. This set's going to let him get the plant off. Yeah, it doesn't look that way. They search for him. They get him down. Setzy puts Mindfreak 1 round away. Simp with a valiant effort once again, but needs the rest of the team to follow up in that scenario.
Yeah, he just couldn't do it anymore. You know, you win 2 gunfights, you push forward, you try to get the 3rd, but you're low health, you don't have the ammo, and that's where it just all ended up going wrong for them. Valiant effort. I didn't really expect anything to come out of that 2 versus 4, but in the end, they at least gave it a little bit of a chance. Problem being now is it's 5-3, and specialists are everywhere for Mindfreak.
There is still some available for FC Black, so we get into the type of the game now where it comes down to who uses their specialists better. Still a streak available for Mindfreak, though. That is going to be a lightning strike in the hands of Fighter. And you feel like that may be what be used. Oh, Swifty, with the help of the Vision Pulse, finds Phantoms. As soon as he hit the tick, he tries to run away, but Swifty, far too fast. 5v4 for Mindfreak. This is their game to lose.
Yeah, now that bomb's gone down, I just cannot see them losing this at all. Setsy's going to sit up here, and if anybody comes through top house, grab slam. Literally anybody peeks up here, it's going down.
Fighter calling in the lightning streak as well, making things so much harder, but Shocks finds 2, 3v2 now, attack 5 in. Swifty looking for the shot in the Simp, but it's so hard to retake this side. Gravity has to move forward, he has to find the kills. It's now a 1 versus 3 for Simp. Not a care, not a hope in the world to get this one. Does find 1, 16 seconds left to find 2 though. War Machine, it has to come out. He just doesn't know where they are though, that's the problem. Mindfreak. 2-0 up here in the first best out of 5. We may well see a second at this rate. The Australians come screaming into this grand final of the Game Fuel Open bracket. And they look the more likely so far, Brycey.
They certainly do. Mindfreak have certainly turned up this morning. And maybe just a little bit of revenge for yesterday.
Potentially. You know, they've looked very, very good so far. And we knew that their mindset was maybe not in it here, but we are going to keep an eye on Bravo. The all-European matchup going on. Of course, 1-1 after Red Reserve do take that search and destroy.
Well, let's see how this one is going to go down. Of course, 1-1 on the control at the same time, and Now we're going to jump on board. Shawnee is going to be pushing forward, trying to get this kill go down. He is able to get it. You can see both teams here probably starting to slow down. Worried a little bit about the kills here on that A. Trying to get that full wipe.
Right, now inside. Showers, looking for a pick where he can, just trying to defend. And to be honest with you, holding on to that for the whole time is really difficult, but if Red Reserve can get a break here and clear Reciprocity out, it's very hard to get back into this bomb site, but everything's being used here. Dylan is now going to use his Tempest.
Oh, he's been stunned. Are they going to try and challenge him here? No, they're waiting. That Tempest still available, still ready. And now they've got the capture coming on. He's going to get that kill as well. Managed to shut the player down. Trying to get it before he gets around the thing. And no! Shut down! Dylan just not able to do it. As Red Reserve rally and try to keep Reciprocity out.
Trying, but the kills are well and truly in Reciprocity's favor. 11-6 now. Still doable for Red Reserve. One good break and they can hold it, but the kills start to come in for the Rec Pack now. Two going in their favor. Joe seeing what he can do as his Scraps finds Tommy. Next couple of kills, though, could be crucial. If they can force Reciprocity out, they've got a good shout. But it's getting rid of every one of them. Shawnee going down as well. Wuskin waiting for backup. Here come the rest of Reciprocity now.
Here we go. This is all comes down to. Shawnee calls in a Hellstorm, trying to bleed them out, trying to get this control down. I know it's in shooting range. Joe says Alive gets 2 as well, but now it's a 3 versus 5. Contested. All coming down to it. Zed looking to try and peek here. Nade's going out. Nade coming on to Zed. Is he going to stay alive through? He should do. Plus Nade's doing a little bit of damage, but not quite enough. As it's complete stalemate, Zed goes in, he goes down as well. Now it's just a 1 versus 4. Scratch, can he do it? No, he cannot. Shut down by his twin. And Reciprocity go ahead in the control.
It's a big win for them. Red Reserve, a fantastic control team as well. If they can take this map, we know they took that map number 1 in the Hardpoint. That may well have been their pickup course, but they will be feeling very, very good about this series. The control can really be a swing map. Most of the time, I think it was like 75% of the time, whoever wins the control wins the series. It was something like that, and JP will be pulling his hair out if I've said that wrong, but I'm sure it was a majority of teams who win the control win the series. Reciprocity in a good position to do that if they go 2-1 up.
Yeah, not only that, but there's a lot of hype around this game. Of course, the old European showdown. Red Reserve, you know, famously always claiming we are never going to lose to a European team. Well, right now, a European team is up against them. Let's see if that's going to hold true for the rest of the series. On board with Joe right now, looking to shut down Reciprocity as they move into towards Showers and Dojo.
Joe staying alive. Looks like they should be able to get a hold of it. Pushes through, and it's just that first guy in, and Joe has received a lot of criticism over his time as a Call of Duty player. But not necessarily so much on this game. I feel like, you know, he can slay with some of the best SMGs on this game and really brings another string to Red Reserve's bow. Scraps now pushing towards B. They want to get another round in here quickly. They're not going to be able to do it with 3 kills coming in from Rec, but Scraps doing good work here. More machine available for him, and this is where specialists start to come in to control. Who uses them the best? Who can use them the most effectively?
Scraps buying a little bit of time now with that cluster grenade. Another one coming in for it. They're going to have to try and push out. He knows Dead is going to push him as well. And now Radiant is coming around the back. They're going to try and pinch this one out. This is great for Red Reserve. If they can make the kills, they should be able to push Reciprocity completely out of this one. And they have done. Wuskin's in a good position. He's trying to get on the flank. Can he manage to make this kill? No! Joe gets the shutdown. And now Red Reserve are in the driving seat. They should be able to get this pick. It's going up so fast.
It's going up really fast. They had control of 18-wheeler as well. Did everything they needed to do to win this attacking round, which they are going to do. A convincing attacking round as well. And to be honest, I don't feel like there was a great deal invested from their side of things. I would love to have a look at the specialists to see where everything's at, but a really good game out of Red Reserve there, and that is an interesting one to watch. You can catch that on Bravo if you wish, but we do have the Game Fuel Open Bracket Final continuing here on Alpha. It's 1-1 between Mindfreak and FaZe Clan Black, an evenly poised series. Sorry, 2-0 to Mindfreak, and they're looking good. It's evenly poised in the fact that they need to win 2 best out of 5s here, Mindfreak. Yeah. But FC Black faltering maybe a little bit here.
You gotta wonder just how it's going through their minds, and even if they lose this one, they do get the fortunate circumstance where they get to kind of reset and go again. Will it be enough here? Let's find out. Game Fuel Open Bracket is live. It is ready. It is the grand final. We are now going on to map 3, Control on Arsenal.
And yesterday when we seen this against these two, we seen it in the winners bracket final. FaZe Clan Black took this 3-0. A very different scenario to what we find ourselves in now though. Mindfreak were 2-0 down. They had their backs against the wall. But now it's FaZe Clan. Time to come out swinging. Of course, they do have that cushion of the fact that they only need to win one best out of 5, but they really don't want to have to go to that second.
All right, here we go. Sim already in the zone B. Fighters already taken down one. They know this is still capturing. They know there is more here. First tick done. But here comes the push. Mindfreak about to jump in now. Many players everywhere here. Sim and Celium trying to get this one down, but they do get 2 as well, and they completely shut down Mindfreak. And Mindfreak now are going to have to just let this one go.
And I love what FaZe Clan Black do there. Instead of expanding out from the zone at B, they just get everybody in. It starts going up so fast, and Mindfreak are the ones that have to move in the end. A really good start. They get a hold of B, and the transition from B to A is seamless. Sometimes you move from lobby inside. They just need to clear Luca out of the lab now, and that'll make things even easier. Setzi does find one, though, and they may just break the stride of FC Black. But a staggering start by them, taking hold of B so easily.
And this is where it gets difficult. We saw yesterday, the control on defense on this map is difficult to break. Can they manage to get in here? Gravity just pinging everything at the moment as he tries to get through. Setzi's actually come through, but there's Celium. Celium will win that gunfight. But Mindfreak are just holding this one off. They're not committing too much. They know they only have to bleed it off. There are trophies in abundance all over this zone. So nothing like a tactical or a frag grenade should change anything in here for a little while.
Mindfreak have done really well to actually hold on to this, considering when you lose B so quickly, it makes things so difficult because you have to cover that side of the map, but there's not really any reason to for objective purposes. You just need to concentrate on not getting flooded. There's so many different directions into A, and they're dealing with it so well. They've got presence across the whole map. They've got guys roaming where they need to, and that's what I want to see. More roaming. We see Mindfreak can potentially be a little bit rigid on this map as well, and what they need now is fluidity. They need to move around. They need to roam. Swifty, though, doing a good job. They're sitting tight inside of A here. The kills start to come in favor of FaZe Clan Black. They need one good wipe, and they can get a hold of A very, very fast. Celium is going to stay alive after taking down Fighter. Eventually goes down to Setzi. Mindfreak hold once again.
And now Mindfreak are in the driving seat here. They have control. It's so hard for FC Black to break in at this point because they have to go through all these corners, all this way down the map, get all of this control. And if they start losing trades at any point, they're just going to end up losing the game. Basically, you have to play flawless, and you have to do it in 17 seconds. What can they do? Phantoms picks up one. A Sim may try and go through the back here, but that is a lot of kills that have gone down. They're just not sure they can break in.
It's difficult. 5v7, it's doable though. They're gonna get a kill inside here as well. Now they have it locked down. Gravity now trying to get rid of Setzi, who's trying to push in behind. If they can deal with him, they've got a good chance. 4v5. But Mindfreak, they're the ones that need to break. They're the ones that need to move yet. If you're FC Black, you sit tight, you get your gunny up, and you wait for the Australians to come.
Here comes the flood. They're now coming in for it now. One comes down, Celium gets one, Gravity gets two, Asim. Lucas Swifty trying to come down to it, Asim gets two. And that will shut it down as the zone will be captured. I said they had to play perfect, and they had to play perfect in 17 seconds. Perfect, they did play.
The trades come out, and it comes down to Asim finding 2 in the end. Really good round out of him. There is life in FC Black yet. What a play out of Simp.
Yeah, it's an interesting best play. But there we go. They managed to get through it, and it takes an awful lot of skill to get into that position. Like, they managed to pinch it from all sides. They knew they couldn't really let it go. Mindfreak tried to flood, and it was just a massive kind of war going on. Mindfreak may have left it a tad too late. My only criticism, it took it just a few seconds more than it could have done.
Again, I think the defense was maybe a little bit rigid. They're sitting back, they're maybe a little bit tentative. I want to see a bit more aggression. You know, you're 2 up in the series, you're feeling good. Send your boys out there. Fighter has been beaming. We know what Luca can do. Send them out. Defend aggressively. There we go. Now the attack. And what can they do with it? They're not going to force everybody out, looking like they should get a hold of it. Phantoms has done so well to find that second kill. And maybe this time a little bit overzealous from Swifty. He pushes through. Can't find anything. And now, FC Black can set up. They can push forward. We know they like to roam themselves. Mindfreak down in this control, but up in the series.
Right. Well, here comes Mindfreak again. Trying to push into it, but it's all red on the kill feed. And it means they have to slow down. Mindfreak, in this kind of scenario, have to basically back off and wait for their teammates to come back. They know they're going to be throwing away lives if they continue to do it, but Fighter decides to try and go through their spawn. great tactic. He knows that it's going to leave an opening for his teammates to come through. Asim trying to hold this door. He sees players come through. Is he going to be able to get one? No, down he goes, but Celium gets one too. And now both teams flooding into this zone, trying to get as many bodies in as possible.
Still plenty of lives left to get both points here. If you are Mindfreak, it just takes one break to change things up. Simple, he's got it all to do. Finds one, can he find his second? Not quite. And I think if you're FC Black, you maybe have one more go at it or not. No, it seems as if they may just allow Mindfreak to have that. They are going to set up just outside. Attack 5 comes in from Mindfreak though. They want to try and get back into this game. Remember that that has been invested.
Well, here we go. Now on to B. Mindfreak with a 1 life advantage, and that is it. But please keep an eye. There are now specialists entering the game, and they could change everything. Mindfreak now a slow burner, looking to try and figure out the way here. Attack 5 for a few of them. Coming down. Sim actually trying to get that trade coming through. Not quite able to. But it is slowing Mindfreak down. They're slowly making them gain lobby control. They've got the kills for it now. Can they actually break into it? Swifty is going to be using the War Machine, and that pushes them all the way back. But is it going to be enough? There's just not enough bodies here for Mindfreak.
Fighter is going to find Celium though. Swifty, I do believe he's still up with that War Machine as well. He actually has run out of it though, but Simp finds a kill on the Fighter. Mindfreak, he pushed back a little bit here, and that is another investment. Fighter does have 2 streaks available. Does he call them in? Yes, he does, and Simp is going to take down Asim. That Hellstorm is going to cause all sorts of problems, and are you surprised that it's Fighter once again? Simp, he's pulled it out. And that's the sort of moment, and it just didn't get that final cock to get it ready. He's very fortunate there. A millisecond later, and that is War Machine wasted, but a potential opportunity. They're going to clear them out here. Sim, though, this time round, he does the business with the War Machine. And they're investing in Attack 5 as well. They want the 2-0. This is so much invested for FC Black, but they're pushing forward. Fighter calling in the lightning strike. Both teams are throwing everything but the kitchen sink at each other to get this round.
Here we go, 15 seconds. It's Mindfreak's last push. Celium, no. From behind,
that's a Tempest goal.
Down. Setzi goes down as well. Can he get third? No. Fighter's still alive. Trying to do it. Eventually, he goes down. And it's going to be all on Swifty. Swifty has to try and stay alive here, but Simp is going to clean him out. And that should be all she wrote. FC Black, they invest heavily, but come away with a round.
As do Mindfreak, though. That's a Tempest in there. That was their Attack 5 gone as well.
And Lightning Strike.
And your Lightning Strike and your Hailstorm. So much invested from both teams. In the end, the gamble plays off for FC Black. They are 2-0 up in this control now.
Wow, looks like there's some life in FC Black. Don't quite want to take this to a second best of 5 here. When we come back into this one, what I want to look at is what teams have left. I know there was heavy investment in that last round. Looks like we are talking, Asim will have his Grav Slam. Setzi very, very close to that one as well, but other than that, not an awful lot going on.
We've got Vision Pulse there for Fire as well, but Cell
downtown
with his Tempest. Here we go. Grav Slam doesn't even need to come in. Does there though towards Lobby. Look for the second as well. Look at, just shut that down. Cell comes in, finds Shocks though, and if they can gain control of Lobby, FC Black will be looking good for a quick attack on the B. The 3-0'd them here yesterday. FC Black, Setzi finds 2 with the Grav Slam, and Mindfreak survived this time round. FC Black looking for that 3-0 on the control once again to make this series interesting. Swifty looking for the kill on Simp, but does go down.
Simp's movement is crazy.
Oh, it's mental.
Every single time I see him get into it, it's basically just like his scraping is unreal. Every single gunfight. But this is where FC Black had major struggles last time. Once Mindfreak set up, they just start racking up the kills over and over again. And FC Black can't even get out of their own spawn right now.
Luca just staying alive, yeah. And playing more aggressive on the defense this time around, which is what I wanted to see from them. Trying to find Phantoms, pushing forward, time ticking down for FC Black though. Is this the route back for Mindfreak? Capturing B momentarily, Cell pushes forward, gets control of Lobby as well. Now they can dictate it. Where do they go from it? They can wrap to A if they want to, or do they just stack into B? It looks like B is the objective they're going for. That's 2 ticks on this one as well. Gravity finds Swifty. FC Black looking for the 3-0.
Just need to hold Lobby here. Needs to back off and hold Lobby. You know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to push straight through Lobby and go for A. But they didn't actually manage to get B in the end, but they've managed to rotate around. Celium's going to have that Tempest as well. No Mindfreak players can come through the front. Oh, unless they end up winning the gunfight.
Putting a bullet in here. Just gonna shoulder if he can. Does catch him though. He's gonna have to push for that kill if he wants it. It doesn't extend anybody. They need to stay alive in here though. Cell wants to push, but the rest of Mindfreak are all coming from behind. Be distracted on me, Fighter says, and here we go. Mindfreak takeover. This could be a round for them. And once again, investment on the attacking side from FC Black. And it's not going to work out this time round. Still work to do, but they did capture it. A minute and 10 to go. They need one decent break, and they can win this 3-0.
I'm trying to see, there's not really an awful lot of specialists available at this point. Only going to be the Vision Pulse. But this wouldn't be the first time. FC Black have brought these kills right back into it, but it's going to be Swifty from the flank trying to get a contest going down. Now both teams trying to flood in, trying to hold this one down, and it will be Mindfreak that come out ahead. And FC Black just don't look like they're in danger of winning this one at all.
3 versus 10 now. Vision Pulse popped by Fighter. They want to make sure they get this round and get back into this one. Swifty finds Simpin. 2 versus 10 might be out of the question here. Phantoms does find Luca. You would only need one wipe, but they really are hunting for him now. Phantoms is jumping off, as is Gravity. They don't want any more to do with that round. Mindfreak get back into this one.
I'm just not quite happy with the Vision Pulse.
Yeah.
I get trying to win, but it's a 3 versus 10. You can't be that kind of negative about your team's chances.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see them not use it, of course, but
The only thing I can think of is
there's worse specialists they could have used. To be fair, I mean the Vision Pulse.
Yeah, I just don't really see the need for it.
Yeah,
considering they weren't close, they were still in their own spawn. You would have had time to get the respawn up and hit again. I understand it was on the second tick of B. If they thought, oh, maybe if they get a lucky wipe, they'll get it, but it's still an investment that you don't really need considering you're down in the series.
I don't necessarily think they needed it, but just making sure, I suppose. But here we go. Continuing the control, looking at the specialist, nothing really available. Phantoms very close to his Vision Pulse, Luca close to his Tempest. Luca clearly having a very good round because we've seen him waste it in round number 2, but a round later he has it once again. Swifty investing the War Machine now. Only finding Celium so far, and only one grenade left. Finds a Seam, Lightning Strike available though, really good stuff. That was Swifty, but doesn't really count for much.
The only 2 kills Mindfreak got there were both from the War Machine. Other than that, completely empty. Didn't get a single thing from it. However, Mindfreak going for a big hit. They're actually all running through cannons right now. They do like to see this window play. We've seen it quite a few times for him. I actually don't remember it working out, though.
It hasn't. It really hasn't. Phantoms has popped his Vision Pulse as well to see where they are, and they don't really get a lot from that apart from information. Phantoms now staying alive inside the middle as the Seam covers the window. Good defensive hold here by FC Black, looking to close this one out. The streaks coming in from Mindfreak don't really find much, but the guns do. Fighter, Seti, and Shocks all combining together. Fighter finds another. He's been an absolute titan for this Mindfreak squad in this series so far. Is the life in Mindfreak in this control yet?
Well, we'll find out. Run out, capturing A. You can see FC Black are stacked in lobby. Are they going to go in? They're waiting. Down goes the trophy. Now in they come, trying to get this one down. There's cluster grenade going through the door. Swifty tries to do just enough, but it will be all down to Phantoms now. Last one alive from FC Black against Shocks. One-on-one gunfight. Whoever wins this gets a zone.
He just needs to wait. But here come the rest of Mindfreak now. The TAC 5 popped as well. Phantoms wins the gunfight, but the rest go in Mindfreak's favor. And if you're FC Black there, you just give that up. Just give it up. There's nobody there. You just wasted quite a few lives. You sent somebody far too deep. Mindfreak now, even the odds on kills, have specialists to play with. I feel like we're going to see round 5 here, Bryce. For me, FC Black just trying to give that up.
Let's see, there we go. Seti managed to just throw one down. The team goes down as well, but it's still difficult. It's still hard for Mindfreak to get in under the guns of FC Black. And Sip goes berserk and keeps on pushing forward. This stay alive, a little bit too aggressive there, maybe.
Yeah, maybe can be a little bit overzealous at times. Luca and his team are now going to pop the TAC 5. Oh, there we go. The Tempest is in as well, of course. They need to get things going. Tempest goes down, though, without really finding much. Phantoms pushes forward with cover from Gravity. 10 versus 6. Mindfreak, though, they get one good break, and they can hold this.
Seam holding. He's going to see that back as well. Shot punch from a Seam. Pretty flawless player in lobby. Knows come out, sees the door open, wins the gunfight. Easy peasy. 4 left now for Mindfreak. It should be FC Black by a million.
Okay, Fighter finds 2, and they find the next kill, then maybe you question it, but the War Machine is out. Simp is pushing forward. 2 members of FC Black just converging on the rest of Mindfreak. And they get a map in this series. Is there life in them in this first best out of 5 yet? FC Black battling back
They certainly have, and of course, Mindfreak now look a little bit dejected. That's not what you want to see if you're an Australian fan. You need them to keep their morale high. They've got full series left to go, even if this one. But speaking of a full series, let's jump over to see what's going on Bravo. Reciprocity up 2-1.
Winning the control, and we said how much of a swing that could potentially be. Red Reserve, do or die here. Must win this hardpoint. Get with Shawnee now. Inside the lobby, and it's going to push out. Yeah, do have control here of the spawns that they want. Red Reserve, they get the majority of the time in the middle, and looks like we're going for a grandstand finish here. Brycey, would you have it any other way against these two teams?
No, well, I do know it's Benson casting, and if Benson casts the game, it goes to game 5, so...
Oh, well, okay, well, we might as well not watch this at this point.
However, big kills coming in now for Red Reserve. They look to hold the spawn. They can win it here on this hill. Reciprocity trying to do the work, and Waskins comes around the back to shut down. They're trying to get through. They're now going to start spawning up here as well, but look at the spawns coming in. Is it enough? Is it enough for Red to just hold? Can they manage to get enough kills against Reciprocity? Both teams fighting in. Scraps gets 2, Scraps gets 3. Dylan eventually takes him down, and it now means that neither team can win on this hardpoint, and it will be about the rotation that Reciprocity have.
Red Reserve going to get all of that scrap time, though, and will be about 10 points away by the time we get over towards blue. And they are sending everybody forward now. They need to try and break this. Have they got anything to do it with specialists? Coming in from Joe, the TAC 5, I'm sure will be popped any second now. There it is. And let's see, can Red Reserve break? Do Reciprocity have anything to answer back with? Tommy just needs to kill us, so, and he'll have that War Machine, but the Tempest from Bance once again. So solid. Very, very hard for Reciprocity to break back through. You feel like a map number 5 is what we're going to see. Joe and Zero combining well. They only need 10 more points here, Red Reserve, in total control.
Van's desperately trying to hold this one, trying to get to it where he goes down, but there's Zedenya. He's looking to try and push him here. Vance knows he's coming. Zed's trying to go in as well. Both teams now throwing bodies at the hardpoint. They know they have to get into it, and it will be Reciprocity that rip control away from Red Reserve with only 4 seconds left to go. But they now have to hold. Will Red take another push, or are they going to go for this rotation?
Vance has streaks, Zero has streaks, and look at the hill we're going over to. They will happily give this up because they know they're going to have so much to deal with when we get over towards generators, but do they actually want to give it up? Rated and Vance combined together, they can still win in here, and it looks like they're going to. Nobody near for Reciprocity. Map number 5 between the Europeans. And what a game that'll be. You can check that out on Bravo.
Yeah, always the way, always the way. But while that game is still going on and they switch the maps up, we're going to switch it up now and go back to our featured game, Mindfreak versus FC Black.
Can FC Black do it in 5? Found themselves back into this series. Now we move into Frequency, and Frequency was the map that we steamed and beat Mindfreak on yesterday in that winners bracket final on Hardpoint. Can they do it again here to force a map number 5 in the first best out of 5 in this grand final? And will they be able to close it out in the S&D? I feel like if FaZe Clan Black can win this map, I think they do it in 5.
All right, well, we'll find out. In the worst case scenario, 2 more maps at the very least. Now, as they all rush in here, look at this, trying to get through. Sim gets 1, Sim gets 3! Shutting them down, and that will be a big opener here for FC Black.
Right now, it's important that they get the spawns, but keep an eye on Sim. If he can get streaks right off the bat, we know how big they are on this map. Sim now already making this rotation over towards B2 and Generators. Is going to get taken down by Swifty. That's a big kill from the Mindfreak player. Yes, okay, there's still 30 seconds to play with here at Elevator. But Sim, if he got streaks, that would have been so difficult for Mindfreak to battle back. They are going to get spawns. They're going to get the scrap. Mindfreak fighting all the way from Generators. We're seeing a different FC Black here.
FC Black are coming out swinging, and Mindfreak really don't know how to counter it at the moment. But, of course, rotation is always the name of the game. Currently, spawns and hold with FC Black. Sim doing incredible work again. Gets 2 more kills there. So you can see the push coming in. Sim's alone in the hill. He's actually going to try and push out to try to help his squad mates. Can he win this gunfight as well? No, not quite enough. And now Mindfreak don't quite have the spawns yet. I was wondering if they were going to spawn up around the back, but there's so many FC Black members pushing out, it's just not possible.
Yeah, it's been completely split. Gravity pushing in from the side as well. Let's see what he can do. Just go down to Fighter, as do many FC Black players during this series. Fighter has been sensational. A long-time member of this Mindfreak squad. Well, he's going to need to step it up here for his team. 6 and 4 currently out of him. The rest of the players need to emulate what Fighter is doing. FC Black are going to look to take the rest of the scrap on. Mindfreak going to have a go at it once again. Luca finds 2 top window. Seam and Sim going down, but it should be FC Black getting the rest of this time. Mindfreak forcing their way in though, and if they force too hard, then it is going to spawn FC Black towards blue if they go too hard, but they are going to go hard and not find anything. FC Black quite happy to sit back there.
Well, here comes the rotation. Trying to get it. Swifty gets one, gets away with his life. Needs that heal to come back off. 1 life point remaining. And FaZe Clan Black are charging him down into elevator. They do have the rotation though. Can FaZe Clan do anything for them here? As you can see, FC Black maneuvering into position around the back.
Luca though does find 2 kills. That will slow things down. They're well aware what's going on here. Swifty finds 2 and shuts down the flank from FC Black. First 15 or so points do go over towards Mindfreak now. 3 members of FaZe Clan push around the back here though. Seam finds Swifty, Celium finds shots. These are big kills coming in from FC Black. 4 members of the Australians go down. Luca now all alone, does find 1. Can he find anything else? Not quite, and that's a nice break by FaZe Clan Black. They want to see a search and destroy here in map number 5. They want to do it within the first 5. And they're on course to do so if they can win this map.
There we go, Celium. Just trying to keep this one alive here for his team as they look for this rotation. Waiting for a backup. Gonna slide across, wait for his teammate to maybe try to take that trade. Gonna play him back in, gets down Setsi. First kill down, Fighter goes down as well, Gravity gets him. And now Asim goes high and gets good. Because that is gonna be a lock here, but Swifty holding them off actually, just being up top by himself. Gets a 3-piece and says, hold on a minute, I'm still alive, I'm still here. Come at me.
That's 1 by 1 by 1. Running at Swifty there, and he just cleans them up very, very easily. You can keep them at bay here. Looking towards Streaks, about halfway towards that lightning strike, and of course will be very close to his Hellstorm after that. Swifty now setting up with his sword. Big kill coming in here. Finds Celium, the rest of his team in and around him, doing his best they can. They find everybody but Gravity. Seam does find a kill himself. That's another big one from Swifty though. And we'll start getting some points on the Hardpoint here. 190 away from Streaks, picks up a Maddox, isn't missing. That's 6 in a row for Swifty.
Here we go. Mindfreak looking to try and bring this back now. They didn't have a great start, but it's not about how you start, it's always about how you finish. And they are doing very, very well. I'd almost say that the difference between these 2 teams, Thunders, I think FC Black, fantastic individually, but Mindfreak, when they come back into it, teamwork.
They've been a team for a long time. I mean, I know some of the parts have definitely moved in this past 6 months or so, especially. But ultimately, Shox and Fighter are still there. They've been together forever. And Luca has been in since the beginning of the season. Swifty and Setsi coming in maybe a little bit later, but that's a big kill. Lightning Strike now available. Mindfreak have really come into their own over the last 2 heals, and it's really what we're seeing in the first map. You know, FC Black had the better start, a much better start than Mindfreak, but now Mindfreak starting to come back into it towards the end of the first rotation. Phantom's now trying to set up here. Celium does find 2 though, and FC Black will get a hold of Elevator, but they're pushing for the spawns, and Mindfreak are aware of this now. 15 seconds remaining. Celium finding nearly everybody on the map there. Simp and Phantoms do go down, as does Luca. So the scrap could go over towards Mindfreak here. Fighter finds 1, will get taken down by Simp. 5 seconds to play for there, but the spawns belong to Mindfreak. A pinch is set up here. Celium! And these are big kills as well towards the back. And FC Black just rotates seamlessly over towards P2 and lock it down off the back of Celium's 2-piece.
Kills that shouldn't be made. Celium doing so much work, and there are Streaks now almost coming into play. Looks like Swifty's called in his. They're trying to clear out the back so they can get around.
Big kills.
Now you got to remember here, it might end up going for the grab slam. Is he going to get it? No! Paused and stopped. Relaxed for a few seconds. I'm not entirely sure why, but there's a lot being invested here. You can see Simp throws that Orbity now. Now going to go out and Chance gets that one as well. And now Celium comes in, looks for the 1, looks for the 2. He's going to be able to take it down. Lightning strike for him. Long shot for Celium. And now FC Black are screaming back in this one. Celium has got the gunny, and everybody on the screen is being evaporated now.
He's sending half of Mindfreak back to the Shadow Realm with that Magic Shock. Fantastic work out of Celium, and that might be the catalyst for FC Black to get into the lead, and they are well and truly in the lead now. 164 to 83 as we rotate around towards P3. Setsi at the back has got a big job to do. Nobody really flanking yet from FC Black. They're knocking on the front door. They're banging on the front door. Here they come. They fire 1 with Phantom. Celium continues his streak. Eventually has went down though. Asim breaking through. Finding shots, looking for another as well. Here comes the Grand Slam, and it's all FaZe Clan Black so far. 170 to 86.
And just when you thought Mindfreak were coming back into it, FaZe Clan Black have another gear. They've stepped it further up. Celia now with the Tempest. He's going to end up locking it down for his teammates as well. Oh my goodness. Doesn't even worry about it as he continues, and that might be a chain. Oh, I can't quite get him, but it doesn't matter. He's going to push. He's feeling himself.
Oh yeah, he is frying right now, is Celium, and every single gunfight, when you're feeling like that, I don't feel like this much myself when I play Call of Duty, I'll be honest, but when you know your shot is on point, you just start challenging everything, and right now, at 19 and 12, he's one of the big reasons that FC Black are in such a lead. They didn't get much on that third Hardpoint at all, but neither did Mindfreak. They restricted them to only about 20 points or so, so FC Black, as we move over towards P4, the SMGs are rolling. We're seeing them at 5 here. How can we not? Simp just continues, and the tear of the SMGs of FC Black continues as well. Luca and Setsi eventually answer back, but FC Black are a different pace right now.
I don't know what's happened in the FC Black camp, but it turns out once one player sets fire, they all catch. And they are just taking on everything now. Selim getting another hill. Can he manage to get back into it here? Right now, it is FC Black with only 40 points left to go. Mindfreak have a mountain to climb so far if they want to end this now and go to a second best of 5.
Specialists really could be what gets them back into it, but they're going to need to use them perfectly here. We've seen comebacks between these two. We've seen them happen. Mindfreak, can they do what FC Black did to them in the winners bracket final? It was a 100-point difference. It was about the same as what we see now as we go into the third rotation. Mindfreak need to do it back to FC Black if they want to go to a second best out of 5.
Well, this is a good start, getting a lot of time back here for Mindfreak. And you are right, specialists are so important. You can already see they're actually splitting up here, trying to get a good pinch coming onto it. So much time giving away. 40 seconds left onto this hill. Here come FC Black. You can see them spread all across the minimap, trying to get those kills down, but Setsi says, you know what? It's fine. I'm just going to use the grab slam and shut down your push.
Spots come in though for FC Black. Still 30 seconds left on Elevator though. They really don't want to allow Mindfreak to get the rest of that. If they do, they're within 20. They're not going to challenge for it here. It is going to be a push coming in from Celium. Gets taken down. Asim finds one. The contest is fine. That's all right for FC Black, but Swifty now see what he can do here. FC Black trying to get in. It was Asim who found 2. Luca finds 2 of his own though, and they lock that down. 5 more points remaining. They're going to be within 30 by the time we move over towards P2.
Very important here for Swifty. Needs these streaks. Just 1 kill away. That's all he wants. He's going to be shut down in the back, surely. They're going for him. He's still alive. He's still doing it. He's still dodging. He's still not quite able to get the kill. And FC Black has the rotation. Shots is here. And that should flip the spawn. It should give it to him. Not quite. That is going to be locked down. And now FC Black in control. Only 40 points separate these two teams.
Phantom's got a crucial kill on Shocks towards the back, but Mindfreak, they're coming through the front door. Can they break through? Celium's there with Simp. These two guys just combined so well, and Celium is lighting them up once again. Asim pushes in and adds a nail to the coffin, you feel, in this Hardpoint. FC Black are looking to force a map number 5 in this first best out of 5 here at the Game Fuel Open Bracket Final. Asim isn't missing, Celium isn't missing. They're 5 points away. We're going to map 5, Brycey.
They certainly are. There you go, track 5. Just why? Just because. Unbelievable. I will give full credit to Mindfreak, to battling back into that one, but when you catch fire in such a way, you saw Celium go huge. Then you saw the rest of FC Black just take on every single gunfight. They just didn't care.
What a performance out of the FC Black boys, looking a lot more convincing in that Hardpoint. One for the reverse sweep, that's what they're looking for. What a game this has been, but we are going over to Charlie. Pharaoh in for Priester?
So
an emergency substitute Pharaoh coming into this.
Wow,
what a story this could be.
We'll see exactly how this ends up playing out. 100 Thieves currently up 1-0 in this, and still the biggest news is going to be the fact that Priester is sitting out, Pharaoh is in at the moment here, and I'm sure the pro-competitive subreddit is ablaze.
Oh, so they win that game as well. So that was just the one. They had to stop the game mid-S&D, and we send our love out to Priester, whatever's going on, you know. Hopefully he's okay, but Pharaoh into 100 Thieves. for the final day of CWL Fort Worth.
Hey,
good lord.
Thieves by a million, but while that is over with that map, let's jump over to our Bravo stream and see what is happening in Red versus Reciprocity. It is, of course, map 5. I can't wait to see what the round score is, but it looks like 0 won this round in the best play.
Interested to see where they lie. Of course, the previous S&D convincingly went over towards Red. If you are watching Bravo, you know what the score is, but that's Red's first round. Reciprocity 2-1 up now. I think this should be their pick of S&D as well, so Reciprocity will be feeling good. Wuskin over halfway to his streaks. What can Red do? Can they close this out? Red Reserve have not lost to European opposition in quite some time. I think it's a few years. Since their rise to the top, they have been dominant. Reciprocity, though, looking to take that title, so to speak, but both of these teams are looking to win the event.
Yeah, if Reciprocity win this one and go any further, there's going to be a cult form around Dylan Codd. They've already been big fans of him. They've already attributed some of their success now to him. Let's see just how much of a difference it has made as both teams play this one very, very passive, very, very slow to begin with. Looking for it, and here they come. Reciprocity now. Dylan Codd gets the first kill. Scraps goes down. Dead trying to come back into this one. Looking for it as well. He's being aggressive. Vance shuts him down, but Dylan gets a second. With the trade coming in from his teammate, the Red Reserve are now in a bad position, but Joe gets one, gets Watson straight away. Can they do any more here? 3 versus 3. Technically, Reciprocity have the advantage because of that bomb site. Because it's down, they have the clock with them.
Red Reserve need to get going very, very quickly. Tommy watching mid-map. They push onto the bomb site. Shawnee dropping down. This could be bad news for Red Reserve. Finds one. Joe goes down. Looking for the second as well. Big plays out. Sean with that ICR. Red Reserve fall 3-1 down. Reciprocity.
They're going to be very unhappy with that drop shot there. I think that's what caused it. I'm fairly certain he tried to get a good slide on and instead ended up drop shotting. And that caused him, as you know, when you drop shot, your aim goes all over the place.
Shawnee here with the best player, finds one with the ICR, finds a second as well.
Wow.
Last time we were seeing Red Reserve on this map, personally for me, I see them going up against G2 in the PLQ. 5-5. We've seen Rated pull out the stops. Can they force it that far? Can Rated be the guy for them?
Well, it's interesting you said that because I'm fairly certain what Wuskin said there was free kill on Reese. So clearly they either know exactly what he's doing or that was the reference to the last round. But I'd like to think it was reference to this round. They're trying to figure out exactly where he is. And that is one of the biggest issues between these two teams is they're so used to playing each other that Dylan Codd is going to cut through them like it's fun. Not the point I was going for, but apparently that is what is happening.
He's just like a hot knife through butter at times, this kid. He just, his all shoots differently. Unbelievable tournament so far from him, and he's really putting himself in the history books yet. Just turning 18, and like the guys we've got currently on the main stage right now, they're making their claim. He made his claim at Vegas. Came flying through the open bracket when we had that integration into water pool play. Now we don't have that, but FaZe Clan Black are a team full of youngsters like Dylan, who potentially could be making their name here. 4-1 to Reciprocity now. If you want to catch that game, that is on Bravo between the two European teams. And it's going right down to the wire.
Yeah, that's going to be Bravo, but back over to our main stage game, of course. It is going to be Mindfreak versus FC Black as we go into our next map. Our final map, map 5 of this series, potentially. If Mindfreak win it, we go into another best of 5. If FC Black win it, they are the champions here at the Game Fuel Open Bracket.
I said I feel if FC Black win map number 4, they could take it. They could take the Search and Destroy. We know how good they are on Search and Destroy. They weren't so good at map number 2 though, so Mindfreak will take some confidence as well. Mindfreak though, is the mental fatigue there? Do they even have it in them to win a second best out of 5 after 5 maps in a row here up against FC Black? It's very, very difficult for the Australians here. FC Black though, can they close it out in 5?
That's the real question, right? Are Mindfreak going to bow under the pressure? Bearing in mind this will be a reverse sweep if FC Black do pull it off. And again, you know, they can't be very happy. They saw how much they were being gunned by people like Celium and Sim and Asim and Gravity, and just kept on going and going and going.
It feels like FC Black flicked the switch. It really doesn't. They will be a dangerous prospect. Mindfreak there. How are they feeling right now?
Apparently not very happy.
Yeah, they're looking maybe a little bit concerned about something, maybe something going on the stage, but either way, that guy on your screen really has stepped it up in the last 2 maps, as has Celium. We will go back over to Bravo now and tap back into the all-European matchup while we figure out that alpha match, of course, the grand final of the Game Fuel Open bracket. Back over to Bravo, though. It is Red Reserve against Reciprocity. Map number 5. Red Reserve have answered back since the last time we've seen. 4-2 now to Reciprocity.
Now looking forward for a push here, Tommy. A little bit of trouble running around Forklift. Vance and Joe trying to pin him down. There should be pressure coming in from the rest of Reciprocity now to back him up. Cluster grenade goes in as well. They're desperate trying to get him, but Tommy's played his life so well and has stayed alive again here as Dylan comes in to bring him back to a 4v4, and Tommy eventually pops back up and says, hey, I'm still here, I'm still alive, don't you dare turn your back on me.
Scraps with the sniper are taking down Tommy, but look at the flank. Do they commit to it? Do they go for it? I think Zero's watching it anyway, but that'll be Sorg in hand. Scraps looking for more. Nobody in and around here, so bit of wasted time. Snap onto Zed, not quite there. The bullet whistles past his hip, but Red Reserve need to make a decision, and it's a late one. Zero's going to run into 2 players here. Can't find anything. That rotation not working out. Reciprocity read it so well.
Well, trying to get out of it. Got a teammate with him, but the problem is time is against them. They haven't planted the bomb. In fact, can they even plant at this point?
I mean, they've got a little bit of time.
Ray is
Scraps
so far away, though. Is he going to make it? Surely they're just going to check it. Oh, he did make it. I did say he was too far away. He was all the way in the back. And they got defeated by the clock.
Red Reserve. You got to ask questions about that. They're indecisive in the end. They push around the flank, and ultimately that's what it comes down to. They go around and it just takes them too much time. But Reciprocity, they played so well in that mid-map. I think it was Zed and probably Dylan. Just in and around that mid-map, they're rotating around, dictating where they want Red to go in the map, and they worked that fantastically.
Here's a little bit of trivia from you that just got fed down to me. If Reciprocity win this game, it will be their 5th Map 5 win here at Fort Worth. Map 5 Masters.
I mean, that's some composure on you.
Oh,
Beat some very good teams in map number 5. Red Reserve, could they be added to the list here? Zed closest streak. So look at the specialists available.
Is they going to bring the hammer down? He's waiting. He knows.
Red Reserve are close to a few things here. If they can extend this by another round, they will have a lot in play. But they need to do it here. They need to defend well. Reciprocity waiting for Red to make a move.
Zed is desperate. He knows that Grav Slam could turn this game and end it right here. And it'll be one of these ones where you can't decide whether or not you want to even shoot somebody or whether you just go for the instant Grav Slam, even if it's 1 kill. But here we go. Tommy now investigating B. He's got Zed with him. Already been shot. They're trying to get into this one. He's going,
he's going.
No! Shut down! And that is going to be Reciprocity. They'll lose the numbers, but now back to a 3 versus 3. Waskin brings it back into it. Shawnee trying to hit the flank. Dylan gets one. Waskin gets another. And now it's a 1 versus 3 for Zero. Red Reserve have been undefeated. They said they're never losing to a European team. Zero has a sniper, and it may all end now.
He's got a sniper as well. He's being 10% Reciprocity! 3-2, and that is the first time that Red Reserve have been defeated by a European team in quite some time. This time round, it's Bradley Marshall, it's Wuskins that gets the win over his twin. What a game between those two.
Unreal play coming in, and Reciprocity continue marching forward. But we move forward now into our game here on main stage. Mindfreak, FC Black, currently 2 apiece. We've gone through the wonderful 4 maps you see in front of you. We now go on to our 5th, and potentially, but not always, going to be our final map. If Mindfreak win it, we do this all over again in a second best of 5. Let's see how it goes down.
Who do you feel? I mean, the momentum is absolutely with FaZe Clan Black here, but if Mindfreak can force a second best out of 5, do they have enough in the tank to win another 3 maps? That's the question. Oh my god, Swifty trying for the flick on a Celium, who has got away into vents, scuttering away. 5 versus 4, FC Black have taken a casualty. And just to remind you, Mindfreak did win the first S&D.
Let's see. Right now, FC Black not in a great position. Oh, I see him got away with his left there. Swifty not quite quick enough on that trigger. But they will know. And there's a little bit of trouble. Simp's been taken down as well. They're trying to push this one. They don't even have all their players. Phantoms is the other side of the map at the moment. As Spider takes down 2, they're looking for the 3rd. Down they go as well. And now a 1 versus 4. Phantoms isn't even going to engage this one. Surely she's going to go straight off the map. Gets one.
Gets Setsy. You want to really... Well, Fighter's already been killed, so that's a positive at least for FC Black. Shocks does find Phantoms, but they stop Fighter on any sort of streak. Was 3-0, but eventually does get taken down.
Be interesting to see how FC Black react to this. They know that sniper play over by A is going to be a problem all map long.
Fighter now. Let's see what he can do. It's been fantastic for this Mindfreak team. Can he step it up? Already finds 3 kills in that round. FC Black's turn to defend though. Simp, what can he do with a sniper? Whiffs the first shot there, and the second, not necessarily easy ones to hit. Oh, that's a humongous nade though. And he found 3 as well. He needed to run away from the cluster, given the 4th, and this is potentially streaks on the cards.
I don't think I've seen a 3-man cluster in a long time. It's very difficult to catch that many players.
You'd think you'd be able to get away from it, you know, but it's such a difficult position because there's only so much cover down this side of the map. And they don't want to necessarily run out, and it's just play the bargain, just take the risk. Simp finds 3, 1 apiece.
Well, that was a very quick round.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Let's move into it now, 1-1. Got a feeling this may get to round 11 again.
I mean, it would be fitting, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Well, right now we're going on to the attack with FaZe Clan Black. And it looks like a bit of mid-control is on the cards. You can see right now, Mindfreak have decided to push fully into B. A lot of engagements go down. Both teams trying to figure out what on earth the other team is now doing. Sim has mid-control. That door opens up and they're just going to wait there.
Trigger discipline. I'd have been firing as soon as the door opened.
I was surprised not to see a slide and try to get that engagement go through, but now it's a little bit of trouble. Celium trying to engage here, but there we go. Now Sim moves, now trying to get through, but Celium gets 2 as well, but Seti gets 2 with a nade himself, and now FC Black are in the disadvantaged position of not having the same numbers, but bomb down. They've given up a lot of the site though.
Yeah, they're quite happy to drop back though. ICR's in hand. Just think to yourself, just try not to get pushed here. They're going to jump on the bomb though, Mindfreak. Have to do something here very, very quickly. FC Black, Shocks and Swifty combined though. Mindfreak are going to go 2-1 up now. Coordinating their streaks, trying to see get somebody in the best situation, but a really, really solid retake by the guys on MF.
It's always difficult, that bomb side as well, no matter where you plant. Like,
so many different directions.
Unless you have numbers, the reason they're backed up is in case of the flank, but unless you have real numbers, you are going to have to keep peeking out. And the problem is, if you are aiming towards that bomb to check it's clear, you're not covering one of the head covers, you're not covering one of the angles, and that's exactly what ended up happening. He didn't get a trade, and he ended up getting shut down with it. Just wasn't working for him.
No. Unfortunate that. Celium has been amazing for this FaZe Clan Black team. For me, the standout player in the Game Fuel Open bracket this weekend. He's, I mean, head and shoulders above the rest. Maybe not quite as above as the rest of his teammates as necessarily above the competition, but he has been fantastic. Can they defend here and answer back against Mindfreak? Luca! Simp just stopped shooting. Cell is going to manage to trade that one out. But they could have done that without casualty if Simp just held down his R1 button. Unfortunately, not this time round.
Oh, there we go. Celium has now been stunned. Phantoms, though, holds his cut, allows him to stay alive. And you see players coming in through vents as well. They're just trying to stay alive with this one. Mindfreak no longer have the numbers. Swifty trying to get that one, but Asim manages to shut it down before anything can happen. And that sniper is still trying to get a peek. Fighter tries to knock down 2 as well, just not able to get either one of these 2 kills. Swifty now trying to get out of it, stripe in hand, trying to get his kill, not quite able to. And now Fighter is alone against a red tide, and down he goes.
Big round. Not FaZe Clan Black. I think their only criticism of it will be that Simp goes down. really, and you would have expected him to clean that kill up. See him eventually taking down Swifty.
Yeah. And this is what I was saying about the Strife, right? It's still a very good weapon.
It's the mobility, isn't it? It's, yeah.
But as soon as you get into that scenario where you've got to come slide quick or get that, there's no hip fire. You basically have to, and you're going to be a second slower because of it. Just doesn't have quite the same snap as a Sorg.
Not quite. Back into it we go. Both teams holding their defenses, 2 apiece. Who can break the deadlock here on Arsenal? It's going to come down the snipe as you feel. Swifty, a little bit fast on the trigger there as FC Black get a lot of real estate here. They are going to be able to push forward, get control of the side. Look at the flank coming in. That's 3 members on the back side of things. Fighter finds the first. Phantoms can play a spoiler here though, but he didn't finish off the first one. Eventually does. 3v1 though. What can Celium do? Is he going to get there in time? That's a question.
No. Phantoms, while he was guarding the flank, it just wasn't quite enough, and his teammates all went down by the time he got those 2 kills. And now Mindfreak go further into the lead. They're setting up, they're getting ready for this next one. Looks like they are trying to get to that second best of 5 desperately. FC Black probably want to end it right here and right now, but they need to play a little bit better to do so.
Plenty of S&D to be played. Mindfreak have just closed out their defensive side of things every single time, as have FC Black so far. So let's see, does the trend continue? Who breaks it? I mean, a 3-man flank comes in and only Phantoms is there to shut it down. Gets himself so weak in fight as easy. Gonna clean that one up.
Fighter refusing to let it go, and he has been an incredible player. Him and Luca, I think, from Mindfreak have really stood out for me.
I think they've all had their moments. I think Fighter has, again, been the most standout, if you like, but I feel like everyone's really chipped in at times. And let's see, though, can they get a 2-round cushion here?
Oh.
Mindfreak, and that's a fantastic shot by Swifty. And that might be the start of an attacking round win from Mindfreak.
Not capitalizing on it too much. So Swifty wants to see if he can find another peak. But if he does, it could be Celium. Both teams playing this very, very passive. Players to watch out for, Asim and Gravity. They're the players about to come under pressure. Now Gravity isn't a bit there. Celium has been seen, he's going to throw the shoulder again, and he actually wins it with a Maddox at that range. Ends up taking him down. Nade now coming in. Celium, lots of pressure. Here come Mindfreak, he has been stunned.
He's got his own stun there as well, and he has Asim for company. Oh, look at Mindfreak though, they've filtered through lobby as well. Asim helps his teammate out. Cell makes the move though, and finds 2. Does it all on his own, and once again, it's going to be a defensive round win. Shock's left on his own. I think he's going for a trip to the desert.
Danger, active firing range. Doesn't have a little sleep in it. There we go, 3-3 now. FC Black versus Mindfreak, and you have to give credit to Celium there. Staying alive, winning that fight against the sniper, and then the great cover coming in. And I think that's really like the whole crux of the defense around that side is Celium stays alive at Statue no matter what. Always gonna have that player from lobby trying to cover him. It just makes pushing so hard, and then Celium wins 2 gunfights, takes it down. Big plays from them.
Evenly poised here in map number 5. If FC Black win this search and destroy, they are your Game Fuel open bracket champions. But if Mindfreak can take the map, we'll go into a second best out of 5 here. Go FC Black on the attack. Luket finds 1. Gravity finds 2 though. And this could be the start of it. If they can find an attacking round, every single defensive being won. Sim backs it up. Has help from his teammates. Mindfreak, you need to get the hell out of there because here come FC Black. It's a 3v1. This will be the first attack we could potentially see won. Setzy, he has to have a go.
Looking for him, sees Phantoms, unfortunately takes the first bullet down. And I think that's a give up now. He is gonna probably, unless he goes for a super long flank, I imagine he's going straight off this map though. There we go, gets out of there. Doesn't want to give away any more, knowing that specialists are now coming in at this point in the game. FC Black lead 4-3, but who walks away the winner?
Great time to get around under your belt though on the attacking side. Now you get specialists coming in. Do you argue that specialists are more effective on the defensive side of things? What a grade 2 piece from Gravity, and that's what opened things up for FC Black to get this round. I think it's a 3rd as well. Eventually, onto Fighter. So between a rock and a hard place.
Well, there we go, Gravity, your MVP in that round at the very least. But they've got to keep going here. Now the game changes just a little bit. Specialists are in play. Both teams will be looking for it as well, and Tac 5 activated instantaneously there for FC Black. Looking to take this to 5-3.
Just makes it so much harder to attack a bomb site if everyone has an extra 50 HP. Swifty spotting one player there, and FC Black will back the hell away. This Paladin, shot to the head will still do enough.
Mindfreak playing this very, very cautiously. And there is going to be a little bit of a sniper battle coming in, but also please bear in mind, both teams starting to hit specialists any second now. Able to get it. I mean, there's still FC Black still have all of that Tac 5. They haven't been touched yet. Swift's going to get him, but Sim rips him as soon as he makes himself known. And now advantage now to FC Black.
FC Black.
Mindfreak's starting to run out of time.
They've run out of time. They've just taken their time too much, and FC Black have been patient as saints. Sitting back here. Sim is going to get pushed out though. Gravity needs to stay alive. He's going to get challenged as well. Is he going to get out with his life? How has he stayed alive?
Gravity just making moves that shouldn't be able to make. Here we go, Bomb is going to go down. That puts Mindfreak back in a little bit of a better position. Trying to get this one. Now they're trying to push out. Phantoms gets one. That's now actually going to run them down. FC Black are going for it. Phantoms gets two, but kills his teammate as well. 1 versus 3, and now they flood the red wave coming in. All shut down. FC Black will walk into the lead 5-3.
1 round away, Brycey, from becoming your Game Fuel Open Bracket champions. FC Black, they found their way here with a 3-0 victory over Mindfreak. This would be the reverse sweep. What a game it's been between these two. They flew through the open bracket, uncontested, until they've met up against each other, and what a series this has been. That guy on your screen, Celium, has been sensational for FaZe Clan Black.
At the end of the stream, you should just write his phone number on a bit of paper and put it in front of the screen and say, yep, I'm ready for Pro League. Pick me up, hit the cell. That wasn't an intended pun, but I'm quite proud of it anyway.
I don't believe you for a second.
All right, well, let's see if that is going to come to reality. FC Black, 1 round away. And we're also going to be seeing streaks available. Lightning Strike. There's also going to be a Vision Pulse available. And a Tempest. On the other side, though, War Machine not a million miles away, and Tac 5 popped here.
They need to do it. He went 3 off the bounce here, Mindfreak, to stay in the series. Of course, if they do, we will go to a second best out of 5. Gravity with a Lightning Strike. Plenty available here as well. Phantoms will pop the Vision Pulse just to try and figure out where Mindfreak are set up, and Asim will walk through here. Knows there's one event, he's going to search for that Swifty. Needs to stay alive here with that 50 HP, helping Setsi up top. Asim now, grenade in hand. Shox is going to find Celium though. Can't find anything there. Grab Slam is available for Asim. That bomb is down.
This is going to be interesting because Gravity has streaks and he's getting out of there. Grab Slam goes down 4v4. Gravity is going to call in his Lightning Strike as well. And now Mindfreak are running. They're trying to get out of it too, going down. It's 2 versus 3. Finer tries to bring him back. Vision Pulse out for him, but he gets taken down. And now it should be all over. Setsi all alone against 3 players. Desperately praying, and down he goes. Asim will end it. FC Black win this with a reverse sweep, 3-2. And they will be your Game Fuel Open Bracket champion.
What a performance out of FaZe Clan Black. Mindfreak dejected. This started so well in this grand final. I thought we were seeing a second best out of 5, but FaZe Clan Black, showing they've got the minerals, they came back and win Control, Hardpoint, maps 3-4, and then we go to map 5. They clean it up in the speciality of Search and Destroy. And these guys are going to be a team to watch out for. Youngsters all over the place. And what a squad they have there.
Yep, I mean, the biggest thing for me is that we may never get to see them play again, because I fully believe that they are now the hottest prospects for the Pro League, and teams should be hitting them up.
100%. I mean, you've got guys like Sim. He is already a United sub. Celium, we've seen his performance at the PLQ. He does it again here. How many times do these guys need to answer the question? This was Sim's first major tournament, and he walks away as a winner of the Game Fuel Open Bracket here at CWL Fort Worth.
Yeah, Mindfreak had a great game in them, but just not quite enough. And it does seem like FC Black are the better team on the day. That's twice they've now beaten them. No contest, no argument.
I just thought Mindfreak might have the experience over these guys, but these young guns just coming in here with the teamwork. And my God, the gun skill. What did we see in that map number 4? Simp and Celium just continued, but I want to get a shout out to Seam, Phantoms, and Gravity as well. Maybe haven't getting as much plaudits from ourselves and the guys on the desk at the open bracket side of things, but my God, what a performance out there.
It certainly is. All right, well, let's get the awards ready to go. I believe we're going to throw it down to Jess.
Thank you, Brace. Congratulations, you guys. What does this win mean to you?
It really means a lot to us, you know, to not be able to, for them at least to make them not be able to get something out of the POQ to come here and be able to win the open event. It's unfortunate that we can't play pro teams here, but it's nice to win the AM bracket.
For you, who was the standout player?
It had to be Celium. The guy's an absolute beast. He was frying all weekend, and he definitely helped us in every single game mode.
That's awesome to hear. And what is next for FaZe Clan Black?
I'm just gonna go to London and just try to perform there.
Sounds like a plan. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations once again to FaZe Clan Black, the winners of the amateur bracket here at CWL Fort Worth. For now, back on over to Katie at the desk.
Thank you so very much, Jess. And as you guys did just see, FC Black, the Game Fuel Open Bracket champions. Your desk is back. I'm your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless, Pac-Man, and Study. Today, it's not even noon yet, and there's been so much drama, so much that's been going on. I can't really believe it. Of course, we got to get right into what's been going on Charlie, nearing actually the end of that match. But Priesta, ill.
Yeah, that's crazy. First, I want to say shout out to the FC Black team for, you know, getting that Game Fuel Open Bracket championship right there. That's got to feel really good, especially for Simp coming to his first tournament and, you know, winning it like that with these guys. And
they didn't drop a series the whole time.
They didn't drop a series the whole time. They dominated, man.
And we thought it might go to that second series with Mindfreak for a minute, but they just weren't able to pull it out.
Yeah, it was getting scary because these are players that come up from the S&D scene, so I'm expecting them to at least close out the second map, and unfortunately they lost it. So when they hit the control, I thought Mindfreak were going to be able to push it to a second series. Unfortunately, they weren't. Celium, as you heard from Gravity, was just their player of the entire weekend. Congratulations to FaZe Clan Black. Hell of a performance they put on.
Yeah, they flipped that switch and hit that reverse sweep. And, you know, for a second there on that Game 5, I thought that, you know, it was a bit back and forth. I thought they might lose it, but they ended up clutching up, and Simp went on. Simp and Gravity started getting a lot of kills, going on those streaks and closing.
You know how these young gamers are. They didn't wake up until like an hour into the series. That was a long first couple maps. They woke up, they flipped the switch, they looked amazing.
Congratulations again to FC Black, our champions there. And as we mentioned previously,